Hi, my name is Shai, and I will show you today how to rig a hammock on a slackline.
If you plan to follow this procedure, please make sure you read, understand and follow all the safety guidelines to the end of this video. So, a hammock on a slackline. Why would we want to do this anyway? First, because it's much more fun. You get the bounce from the line and it feels much nicer. It also opens a whole new world of possibilities and places where you can hang and chill on your hammock. Whether it's above water or high up in the air, or just when all the anchors and trees around are too far apart for your regular hammock setup. Awesome! Let's do it! What do we need? A properly rigged slackline. This is not a slackline rigging tutorial. If you'd like to learn how to set up a slackline, there are many good tutorials out there for that purpose.
But it's not fucking done!
A hammock with 2 carabiners for quick attachment and release, rated above your hammock load rating. 2 cord loops for the friction hitch, usually referred to as prusiks, named after the main usage, the prusik knot. For a single person, I use 2 meters long nylon cords 5 mm thick, rated to 5 kilonewtons, with the ends tied up with a double fisherman's knot. On a highline, you will need all your regular safety gear and procedures, your harness, leash, redundancy, etc. I always find it useful to take some extra binders with me to attach all my stuff to my harness and have my hands free while sliding and tying the knots. When I'm done, I clip everything to the line so I can comfortably chill knowing all my stuff is secured. Make sure to always have everything securely clipped into your harness before you begin. And if you plan for a long stay or even sleep, it's good to check the weather forecast for rain, make sure no lightning storm is on its way, prepare for cold, and let your friends know before you go. So now we know what we need and got everything ready, we can go on and set up our hammock. Go to where you want to have the hammock on the line, make a friction hitch using one of your prusik cords. I personally prefer the clam-height friction hitch since it's easier and faster to tie than the standard prusik knot. It will also work better with webbing and much easier to adjust and position than a prusik. The number of wraps you will need depends on many factors: the webbing, prusik diameter, weight, angles, etc. With more wraps you will need a longer cord, but you will get more friction and a better grab on the line. So if it slides, just add as many wraps as you need. I usually find 7 wraps to be enough. Clip the binder to the tongue of the hitch and to one end of your hammock. Repeat the same procedure on the other end. Slowly and carefully mount the hammock to test your setup. It is very likely that on your first mount, the friction hitch will slide, so if you rig your hammock low, make sure it's above soft ground, without anything that might hurt you in case of a sudden drop. You can dismount your hammock anytime to readjust your prusiks and get the most comfortable angle and positioning for your body. To uninstall your hammock, follow the same procedure in reverse. Unclip your hammock and undo both prusiks. Some very important notes about safety. The friction hitch shown in this video may cause small damage frays to the slackline over time, something the line owner should be aware and approve of. Also, note that it is not recommended to use Dyneema for a friction hitch, due to its low melting point. Now we've all seen these beautiful Caravan videos from Dharma Slack and Ticket to the Moon, but if you plan to have more than one person on the line at the same time, you need to take that into account when rigging the line, since the load on the slackline, the hammock and the anchors will be much higher with more than one person. Know all your gear spec and make sure to never exceed its design limitations. Know all the forces in your system to avoid any failures. Make sure the safety factor in your system is high enough to well cover for human error and natural deviations. Safety is your responsibility. No video or article can replace qualified instruction and experience.
Thanks for watching. If you like this video, you're welcome to subscribe to my channel. If you hit the bell, You get a notification every time a new video comes out. Peace out. Slack on. Please don't do this at home. It's not safe.